watching news, son. What's up, man? How you feeling today? You feeling good? I surely hope so. It's a good day. It's a good day to feel good. Why not make a choice to do so? You have that power. Speaking of which, just a little friendly reminder, you got the power. The power is within. The power is not without. Do not go without the power because you think the power is out there. It's not. The clarity, it ain't out there. The questions that you need answered, that's not out there. The will to do what it is that you were born to do, the reason that you're here, yeah. You're not gonna find that on YouTube. You're not gonna find that in books. You're not gonna find it in movies. You're not gonna find it in your favorite creator's course. You might find it in creating your own course, your own movie, your own book, your own YouTube channel. And I'm just free spitting. I'm just spitting off the dome right now. But I think it's highly important that we recognize that we have the power within, not without. Don't go without the power thinking that the power is outside of you. It ain't. It's not. That connection to God, yeah, that's not external either. You feel me? That's all on the inside. That's highly important. Above all else, you wanna keep that intact. You wanna keep that, that's your own personal journey. You feel me? We all got one, but I'd encourage you to foster that relationship. But anyways, yeah, man. Stay blessed up. Stay favored. Stay prayed up. Paid up. Lay low. That's the goal. You're speaking of goals. It's important to get clarification on those sometimes. Go back, revisit them. Go back, write them down, rewrite them down. Take a look at your goals list from the past year if you ain't got one. If you haven't created a goals list recently, I'd encourage you to do so. It's very simple. Just because it's simple doesn't mean it's always easy, but start with a list of a few things you want, just basic things, physical things you want, like materialistic things. Scratch the surface. If you want to go a little bit deeper, think about where you want to go, where you want to travel to. If you don't like traveling, where do you want to reside? Go a little bit deeper, and you could say, who do I want to be? What kind of character do I want to show up as in the world? I want to be more patient, more kind, more giving, more resilient. That's highly important. More strong, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, have that fortitude. And then you can go a little bit deeper. You could ask, why? Why do I want these things? Highly important. Find your why. If anything, if you struggle with any of those, if you don't know what you want, I bet my bottom dollar you know exactly what you don't want. Craft that anti-vision. It's kind of like going after and crafting your vision and putting pen to paper, making it physical, making it real, taking it out of your head, giving you a little bit more clarity. There's something powerful about taking pen or pencil to paper and writing out things. See, what it does is it allows you to create a space, and in that space, the problem that is being written about, if you give it enough time, you write it down. You're probably not going to figure it out right then and there, but you give your brain time to ponder that and to process on that, to see how you can overcome that problem. There's a word, it's like reticular. Our brain is not meant for storing information, it's meant for processing information. And there's a specific word I'm trying to remember, and I'll get back to it. I'll create a whole video going in depth on the reticulating activating process. I think it's something like that. But come on, Doc. But yeah, no. So writing things down, it's a great problem solving tactic, technique, hack. I don't even know if you want to call it a hack, but honestly, anything that you've ever enjoyed in life started up here in someone's head, and then they got it on paper and then brought it to life. And that's really how we've enjoyed all of these things, except these trees, of course, and these bushes and these plants and these rocks. That's all glory to God. Those are all his makings. But we shape it up, man. We keep it landscaped. Kinda. Our landscape people have kind of been slacking. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I walk through here, like, for example, check this out. If I walk through here, come on, Dot, and I just keep the camera straight. Did you see that? Did you see what happened there? It's so unkept, it knocked my hat straight off my head. Trying to prove a point, and I think my point has been proven. So, back to the topic. Come on, Doc. Yeah, write it down. And if you don't know what you want, you're struggling with that, I promise you know what you don't want. Write that down. Write the life that you don't want. If you aren't completely satisfied with life in every area, Doc, come on, man. Come on. You about to do something? Is you doing something, or are you just smelling around? Because we got to get back to work. Yeah, we getting back to work. I don't know what she doing. I promise you know what you don't want. And what you don't want is to live a life that has been crafted and directed by someone else. You don't want to live to please everybody around you. You don't want to live a life full of bad health, bad habits, bad mental, having a bad mental state, always being lowly, depressed, sick and tired of being sick and tired. You for sure don't want a life like that. I know I don't. Live a life that's lonely. Now, being alone and being lonely are two different things. But you don't want to live a life that's not conducive to good relationships. You don't want to live a life where you're broke, sick, tired, ugly, weak. These are all things you don't want. So when you write the things that you don't want, it pretty much clears up the things that you do want. Just write down the opposite of that. Very simple. Not always easy, but simple. So anyways, I'm not going to drag it on too long today. I just wanted to come through with that. Something simple, something slight, you feel me? Matter of fact, I need to take my own advice, get back in that journal, start writing some things down, you feel me? Get some clarity, because I still struggle with that. I still struggle with gaining clarity, absolute crystal clear ideas, and how to go about executing them. Highly important. One of my favorite creators, Dan Coe, he had said one of the greatest skills that you can develop is shortening the time between idea and execution to be as small as possible. Speaking of which, okay, I need to do this, and I need to tell you guys about this, and I need to roll this out ASAP, because every time, I've had a few times in life where I've had this great idea dropped on me from the universe, from God, from in here. I was about to say out there, but see, the mind is a wonderfully, beautifully complex thing. But so I was gonna say, there's been a few times in life where I've had a great idea and have had the resources to execute on it, sat on it, and then someone else came through and executed on that idea and capitalized and did very well. And so I need to get this idea out, because I'm a traditionalist in a sense, as far as getting back to the basics, the things that make being human and living up to our human potential worth it. And I think some of the things that help bring us back to the most important parts of life is family, quality time, getting our faces out of these screens all day, every day, just your faces and your screens in your face, whether it be for work or for you're doom scrolling, or you're watching videos, or you're playing games, or sorry, I just had to turn off my alarm. All this stuff, right? Our face is constantly in the screen. I bet if you go to your analytics on your phone right now and you saw how much screen time on your iPhone every day or every week, you'd be flabbergasted. To say that we don't have time to achieve our dreams and goals is ridiculous. All that time is being dropped into your phone scrolling like this. So I think it's highly important to step away, take a break from that, and reconnect with ourselves and with those around us. And the idea that I have revolves around stepping away and connecting with those around us. Okay? I like to partake in game night. Me and my friends, every couple of weeks or so, or every other week, we like to try and organize a game night where we come out together. There's about 1, 2, 3, between 4 and 5 of us, 6 of us sometimes, that get together and we play this game called Catan. Catan's a pretty fun game, and I like games. I think everyone likes games. And I recently found out or discovered that the game of Monopoly, you guys might not know this, so you know, this was cool. This was mind-blowing to me. The game of Monopoly was created around the Great Depression, right? And it was created, the reason, if you ever ask yourself, why does the game of Monopoly take so hot damn freaking long? It's because it was created in the Great Depression, and it was created that way in particular to take a long time so people's minds wouldn't wander, and they wouldn't rise up and start flipping tables and burning buildings down. It was meant to keep them preoccupied, right? Preoccupied to keep their mind off of what's going on around them, to keep their mind off of their empty bellies, and keep them engaged in something that's supposed to be fun and, you know, engaging. And honestly, I think that's super cool. I don't know how much a game of Monopoly cost back in the day, but given the state of the economy in the world right now, I think it's important that we get back to something like that. Not necessarily a game that's supposed to keep your mind off of all the bull stuff going on around you, but a cheap, fun, interactive, engaging way to bring people together and to foster socializing and communicating and uplifting one another, and just You know, if you ever had a game night with your friends or family, you know what the game night's about. You can't go wrong. You can't miss. It's cheap. It's way cheaper than bowling or go-karting or doing all these other fun activities. It doesn't cost much money. And so I had the great idea. I said, yo, I need to, so I have an idea. I'm going to create a suite of games. And I'm going to make them relatively affordable, like literally less than one meal for a single person. And it's only going to take 2 requirements. Like the things that are involved in the game, you know, there's card games, there's board games, there's dice games. So it's going to be 2 household items that are easily accessible at any store, any grocery store, any, you know, corner store. You can find them in, you can find these things while waiting in the checkout line at Walmart, okay, for about $5. And then I'm going to package up these games in a suite. I think I'm going to sell 1 game for $3, 2 games for $5, and 3 games for $7. And I'm honestly going to keep going, because the idea that I have, like, there's limitless games that I could create with these 2 things, these 2 very simple, basic household things. And so I'm going to need your guys' helping me to test out these games, to make sure they're balanced, make sure they're fun. But really, it's mostly to get people to get away from the screens, get back to their families and their friends, and to do it in such a cheap way that there's no, like, you can never really say that you're bored, or that there's no, oh man, because I've seen it. These games in these stores, it's ridiculous. They want like $10 for a simple card game. They want $15, $30 for a board game. They want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So I'm going to say, hey, you can get, if you don't already have these things around your house, which you should, or you probably do, you probably just don't know it, it's in the junk drawer somewhere. But $5 for the materials, and depending on how you want to go about it, $3 for 1 game, $5 for 2 games, or 3 games for $7. It don't get much better than that. For the price of a McDonald's meal, you could have at least 3 games that you and your friends and family could get together on a Friday night, sit around, play, enjoy, have pizza, have game night. You feel me? Get some snacks. Because I think it's highly important that we get back to family, friends, loved ones. And what better way to foster those relationships than playing some games with them? Have a little healthy competition. You feel me? And these games are going to be revolved. What's cool about them is these games, especially for you parents out there, these games are going to be focused on 3 things. Fun, first and foremost. It's got to be fun. Okay, because if it ain't fun, what's the point of playing a game? Number 2, it's going to be engaging, uplifting, entertaining, things of that nature. And number 3, it's going to have some twist or some form of education behind it, right? It's going to make you think a little bit. There's going to be numbers involved. There's going to be math. There's going to be situations. There's going to be strategy, okay? There's going to be strategy-based games. There's going to be story, role-playing type-based games. It's going to be all kinds of stuff in here, all right? So if that's something you're interested in, if you've been looking for a new fun game, let me know. I already got like 3 or 4 in the chamber. I just need to roll them out, package them up, and put them somewhere. Hopefully in the next couple videos down in the description, you can download a link to a simple PDF with the instructions on how to play the game, how to set it up, and what's involved. So anyways, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take that idea and work for the next couple days. Actually, I'll probably make it my weekend project, drop that by this weekend. That's what I think I'll do. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. I was gonna stop this video at the 10-minute mark, but I thought I'd share the last 10 minutes about this idea, this project that I got going on. So If that's something you're interested in, let me know. Comment down below, and we'll get something whipped up for you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Yee! Off the dribble.